Hi everybody, it's me, Carrie, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Farmington Hills, Michigan. I am getting my tablet going while I wait for y'all to pop on. And my tablet is acting really odd. It's like going very slowly today. And I don't know why. I'm like scrolling and it doesn't care. So weird. Let me see if I can get it. Nobody's popped on yet, so I am safe. If I can get this to work. It's frozen. And I don't know why. There we go. I think. It's hard to tell. So, oh good, I see somebody popped on. Yay! Okay, so today's tiny tip is going to be a fun fall card, and I am so happy to tell you that almost everything in this suite is currently available. The only thing that is not are these gorgeous decal gems. I think that's what they're called. Adhesive backed speckled dots, which I love them. And I may use them today, but they're not going to be back until they're due the week of November 13th. So you'll be able to get them soon. But the awesome designer series paper that everybody loves is back. This cool ribbon bundle is back. Everything else, as of 30 minutes ago, was available. So yay! So let me recommend all of these goodies as your opportunity, because today is the last day for that awesome 35/35 join special. And I know some of you are like, I am not doing that. I don't want to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I get it. I do. But if you like all of this stuff, why not put it in your kit and pay the $64 or whatever for it? Because you get 125, or pay $99 and get the larger amount, which I don't have right in front of me. And I should, because that's a terrible thing to not know that offhand. I'm so sorry. But it's on my phone, and my phone is up there. So I can't see it. Anyway, so I just want to remind you of that. Today is the last day to do that. If you have questions, please reach out. You don't want to miss this deal. It's such a good deal. Okay, so on to everything. We're going to be using the autumn leaves. I'm only using one stamp, the one sentiment out of this, but all of the stamps are really awesome. But I just wanted to do something fun with the amazing dies. So I've already pre-cut everything out except for the sentiment, which I am going to cut out with you. And also in the suite that I'm not using is the awesome distressed 3D tile. You guys have probably seen this on a million things. We're going to be using pieces from the fantastic All About Autumn 6x6. It's $15. It's on page 43. It's amazing. It's number 162178. This is really, really popular. So if you like it, order it right away. Okay. And then also I think this is distressed, oxidized copper, which I'm not going to pull out, but you can see the different sheets. Very cool. Very cool. And of course the ribbon, which we are going to play with a little bit today. All right, let me put that aside and let's get going. All right, I have my card pieces. Here they are. So for my card pieces, I have a piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 Cajun Craze cardstock with a piece of basic or very vanilla cut at 4 by 5 1/4, which you know is the standard mat. I have cut out a bunch of pieces of leaves. I will tell you that this skeleton leaf on the back, before I cut it out, I used the self-adhesive, so you can see there's a dot right there where there isn't any. So it'll be sticky. And so that's very exciting. So I have all that. And then I have one sheet of designer series paper, which I will cut down when we get to that point. But first, I'm going to go ahead and get my stamping out of the way So this is photopolymer, so I am going to grab my foam mat and a scrap of very vanilla, so that just, you know, big enough so that I can cut out with this die. And I'm using the Cajun Craze ink, which I think goes excellent with the copper. So there we go. Adam, my son is here. So Adam is on my mind. That's funny. Autumn teaches us that change can be beautiful. So I think sometimes we need to have a reminder that, because change is hard. Nobody likes change. But I love that sentiment because Autumn definitely teaches us that change is gorgeous. Although I have to tell you guys a really funny story. We have this beautiful tree outside of our kitchen window. It's so gorgeous. It's usually the last one to get leaves and the first one to like start changing colors, but it doesn't normally drop too soon. So we like to watch it through the year because it's even pretty in the winter when it gets ice on it and stuff. It's just the most beautiful tree. And so my husband yesterday said, I'm going to go out and I'm going to get the leaves. And he usually like mulches them with the lawnmower so they can nourish the ground. So he did that yesterday, spent a lot of time making sure, you know, raking where he needed to. And he woke up this morning and I saw it because I was up before him. The whole tree, all the leaves, poosh to the ground. It was just... I couldn't stop laughing. I know that's terrible, but I couldn't stop laughing. So, okay, this is our mini cut and emboss machine number 150673. This would make an awesome addition to your kit if you grab that special. And it comes with all the plates. Yours are going to be pretty and clean. And I will tell you a little trick with this. Technically, this is number 1. But because consistency is, you know, things change with every kit or with every machine, I don't use this one. I use plate number 3 for my base. Okay. So, that's just a little tip. It doesn't need a shim that way. Because, you know, they calibrate them and they should all be perfect. But, you know, it's the real world and it's not. So I am centering my sentiment on here. I just barely left myself enough room. And now I'm going to run this through. And I like to get it started by giving it a push. I love my little mini cut and emboss machine. Hi, Amber! Oh, it's so nice to see you live. That's so cool. Hope you and your mother-in-law are awesome. I think it's that way. I always get confused. Amber is the daughter. I don't know, you guys. It's me. I'm crazy. All right. So now I've got that cut out. Now I want to cut this piece so that it's going to fit on the card the way I want it to fit. So I want this in the bottom right of the card. So I'm going to cut off here at 5.5. I know you guys are used to me saying 5 1/4, but this is going to be the whole front of the card. So I'm going to cut it at 5.5. That's the score tool. Okay. And then I'm going to flip it so that this piece for the front is this way. Look at that, gorgeous, gorgeous. And I'm going to go to 4 1/4. And I'm going to carefully score it. I'm going a couple of times, but I'm not doing a lot of pressure, okay? That way I'm going to get a decent, you can't really even see it, but I do have a score in there, okay? And move this out of the way. If you want to save this piece to decorate the inside of your card or on another card, it's always a good idea. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to get this folded at that score line, like so. And I want it scored pretty good. And then I am going to put adhesive all over this. Okay, you can trim that down if you want. I'm not going to. I want it to be nice and thick. That is my plan for it. And then I want it to be even. So I am lining it up so that it is even. If you're off by a little bit and you want to use your trimmer to trim it, like I can see that my Cajun seems to be a little bit bigger, but that's okay. All right, so now there's the inside. Isn't that pretty? It's so pretty. So if you want to stamp this, stamp it up first, but I'm not going to right now. I'm just going to put a piece of Very Vanilla in here. This little sentiment piece was also very vanilla. And I'm just going to mat this like you normally would. I'm lining it up with the outside piece because it's a little bit, you know, this Cajun side is a little bit easier to see. So now look at how pretty that inside is. And I may add something to it. We're gonna see how things go with my decorating. Because I pulled a bunch of stuff out, but I didn't know for sure exactly what I was going to do with it. Because that's how I roll today. Okay, so I know for sure I want to put this on one of the leaves. And I'm thinking I'm going to use this one just to keep the color similar. But I punched out this one too. But I don't know that I don't know. Do you guys have a preference of what leaf? And I'm trying to remember what's on the back side. See, that to me would be too busy. And I'm not crazy about that back side either. So on the glitzy side, oh, good. Do you have a preference of color? The mauve or the Cajun? I'll give you guys a minute because I've got a delay in my tablet. So I'll give you a minute while I take a drink of water, and then I'm going to have to decide for myself. Oh, Cajun. Okay, cool. That's kind of where I was leaning as well. Although this is so pretty. It's very pretty. So I know I will use it. Okay, so I'm going to take the sticker paper off of the back of this leaf very carefully so I don't tear it. There we go. And now I'm going to try and line this up. Remember my saying, this is going to be barely noticeable because it also has some glittery, foily look to it. Unstick to my finger. Unstick. Thank you. And sometimes you need to just shape it, and it will let you move it. See, can you see how I'm kind of adjusting it along? Because it's so skinny that it lets me do it. Now it's very subtle. If you turn it the right way, you can see the veining, but it's very subtle. So now I have to decide what else am I going to do with this. So I do have something in that pink, so I can add it. But I know my sentiment is going to go on there. So I'm just kind of playing around for just a minute to see how much am I going to add, where am I going to add it. But I have to show you something. This is shown actually in the mini. Let me show you. Where the suite is, they show you how this ribbon frays into a beautiful stringy mess. But it's so cool. So what I did was, that's from this bundle, okay? So I cut off a piece of this one, and I started to fray it, and it's very simple to be frayed. You're just pulling out the, you're pulling out like that. But I'm keeping this centerpiece, because if I don't, I'm just going to have a bunch of string, which is okay if you can keep it handled. Then it's fine. But we're talking about me. So I think it's going to go behind the sentiment, kind of like that. That's my plan right now. So I have to decide what I'm doing and where I'm doing it. So I'm not bad with this, except that green. Maybe not, but maybe the blue. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to just play for just a minute while I look at these. I've got I've got string now stuck to my finger where I had adhesive. Yeah, it's tools of the trade that just, you know, just happens. I could even flip that one over, but nah. All right, so I kind of like these here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere them on with my liquid glue. Now I don't have to worry about the stem because the stem has sticky because it was part of that sticker paper, right? So I'm going to set that right there. The only thing that's going to be on dimensionals, I think, with this is my sentiment. So, oh, look, it oozed up through the, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it does make lines, and they are like holes. Can you see that? It's like a hole, but it's the vein lines. So I guess when you're putting this on, you should be a little more careful than I was. But, you know me, I don't mind a little mess. If it's going to make it pretty, I'm okay with it. And I think, nope. All right, so I'm going to put this on, but I want it on with dimensionals. So first, I need to decide where this is going to go. So for this little shredded piece, which if you pull on it, all of these little pieces are going to come out. They just are. So I want to make sure that they don't. So see, and I'm getting shreds of it. So I'm going to put the tear and tape so that it runs over those like so, and it should keep most of them in place and allow me to glue it down. Grab my pick your pick tool, and I'm going to carefully pick this off because I don't want to shred it any more than it is, if it will let me. So if you rub it in, sometimes that helps you pick up the transfer paper. It is really giving me a hard time because I'm on a video. I'm telling you. There's something about doing a video and your crafting not wanting to cooperate with you. There it goes. Careful, careful. There we go. Once you get one end, it should pull now. There we go. Perfect. So I know that my sentiment is going to go right about like that. So I am going to put this right there. And isn't that cool? I love it. I love it. It just looks cool to me. All right, so now I'm going to put this one down, this little leafy thing here. And I think I'll tuck this one in after the fact. So I'm going to grab my dimensionals. I just went a little crazy when I started cutting these out. I just thought they're so pretty with the shimmer on the background. Although I gotta say, sometimes it was hard because I really liked the front of the card too. Like this, the other side of this card is so pretty, but I knew I wanted this front. So yeah, it's the dilemmas of being a crafter. You know, I don't know if I told you guys this story, but many years ago, I used to teach scrapbook classing at a local store. I also, there was a company, me and my big ideas, I think they're still around. I was a designer for them as well. And when the company started coming out with double-sided paper, I just thought that was the dumbest thing ever. I'm like, why would you do that? That's so dumb. Oh my gosh. It's funny how all of a sudden, but you know what? When I was learning computers and they started talking about using a mouse, I thought that was dumb too. Now I can't live without my mouse. So now I'm going to put this on here. And when you do that, notice that some of these frays are being stuck down by the glue dots. So you might want to, like, I don't know if you saw me, I should have said something. You should wiggle them just a little bit to get them to go where you want. Okay, but it's okay if it's a little nutty. All right, I'm going to add, I think, one more leaf down here, I think. And then I'm going to add some of these gems. I know they're not available right now, but they will be soon. And there are other gems that you can use if you can't get those. So it's okay. I'm going to add another one just because these are tiny. So I'm going to move him over and put him. I don't know why I'm calling them hymns. I have no idea. Got a little glue sticking up there, so now I gotta cover it. Okay, so that's the basic front. But see, I'm gonna put the gems on. But now I can take these two and put them in here. I'm not gonna use the big one. I think I'll just put one. I think I'm just gonna put this one in here. Now this one I definitely want to be careful because I don't want it to ooze out because it will then seal my card shut. We don't want that to happen. But you see, I could have done that down the side too. That would have been pretty, but okay, so now we're just going to put some of these awesome speckled gems on here. And I think I want some of the, oh, is this crooked or is this crooked? Is it going to let me do anything with it? I don't know. It's not happy with me right now. I can tell you that. All right, let's see. I may leave it crooked. I may just say that it is what it is. Oh, boy. Pay attention when you are crafting, girls. Don't be me. Don't be me. All right. Let me see. Okay, that's a little better. Whew, that was a lot of work. And now I'm not sure I like where those ended up, but we'll work on it. Okay, so what I was going to say was I'm going to be careful what colors, because see, these are going to show up the best, but I don't know that I want them all that color. Does that make sense? I hope it does. But I do want to use some of them because they are going to pop on some of this coloring. So I love this one though. I love this color. That is just so pretty. Put that up there. Let's pop a green one up there too. And let's see. Do I want any more? What do you guys think? Should I do maybe one of these over here, because that is kind of a little low, and then of course then I need another one. So we'll grab another one of these and put it here. Okay, so now I have 5 of the gems on there. So this is my card. It's kind of a fun fold. I thought about putting this on too, but I just decided that no, because I was going to tie a bow, but then I thought this is enough, this little fuzzy right here. So I hope you guys like it. I think it's fun and very sparkly and even pretty on the inside. Look at that shimmer. Woo! I love bling. All right, ladies, have a or gentlemen, I don't know, there could be some men on. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Thank you, Barbara. And I will be back with more videos on a Saturday. I do the pre-recording. I'll pop on some other stuff. Happy, 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 happy Halloween. We really don't get any trick-or-treaters where we are. We're kind of on a unusual area, so they want to go where the houses are closer, you know, which is good. I don't have as much candy in the house. So, all right. Have a wonderful day, you guys. Oh, and there's a new hostess code in case you didn't see it. It's B as in boy, R as in Robert, X as in X-ray 2, 6, A as in Adam, R as in Robert 7. Okay, bye.